Hey guys, Dr. Anderson here. If you've been told that your diabetic neuropathy can't be reversed, don't listen to that. It can be reversed. Please watch this video. It's about Georgia, who 6 years ago had surgical decompression for her diabetic neuropathy and is still doing fantastic. Please watch. I think it might be one of the more important videos that you watch if you're a diabetic suffering from neuropathy. So, hi guys, we're having a good time here with Georgia today. She is an amazing lady. She came to me 6 years ago, right, Georgia? Mm-hmm. And she has had diabetic neuropathy. And I want her to share her story. She had really bad neuropathy when she came in. Again, folks, diabetic neuropathy. She's going to challenge some of you watching that this thing is not reversible. It is absolutely reversible. Don't listen to what people tell you because it's not true. It is reversible. And I'm going to let her talk a little bit more about that. And if you're listening for the first time, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel because you're going to hear a lot of interesting things from folks regarding nerve problems like neuropathy and restless legs. But for today, I'm going to put her on the spot and just ask her to maybe share a little bit about how she came to learn about this and how it's been for her over the past 6 years. So tell me a little bit about this and just how your symptoms were before and what it's like now.
Do you want me to start back at the beginning?
Yeah, you can start.
I have.
We do have a little bit of limited time, but
yeah.
That's fine.
Well, I've been a diabetic for 60 years, and I probably developed neuropathy about 30 years ago.
Okay.
And it progressed, over the course of that 30 years to a point where I just could not tolerate it. Mm-hmm. And I had been to a few podiatrists who said the only thing you can do is just take drugs. And I didn't want to, and I didn't like it. I tried it, but unfortunately it was the only way that I could sleep. But it had gotten to where I would have to take more and more of the, whatever it is that they were prescribing. And I went to a podiatrist in Cheyenne and talked to them about what are my options. And he said drugs, and maybe you can go to a brain specialist. But wait a minute, there is a doctor in Fort Collins that, has published a few things, and maybe you could get some relief there. Okay. And guess who that doctor was? It was
might have been me.
Yeah, I think it was.
Very good.
So I came in and he explained the process of what happens with the nerves and why your feet hurt and how that happens, and that it could be that it would be relieved by tarsal tunnel surgery. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe that I had ever had surgery in my life before. Right. So, and actually I never thought I would live this long, but so I decided to give it a try, and that was in 2016. 2016 was in the beginning. And so there was one surgery on one leg and a second surgery on the second leg. And
you really researched this, I think, because you're pretty research oriented about
completely
the viability of this working.
Yep.
And so
and that has to do with terror.
Did you feel change right away?
It was actually immediate.
Right.
After the, now remember, this is 6 years ago, so and me remembering is yet another thing. You can't fix that. That's not my feat. But after the recovery from the surgeries, I actually had 100%, really honestly 100% relief.
So how's that affected your life? I mean, don't have to worry about taking drugs.
Nope, no drugs. I can walk.
Right.
I can be on my feet, where being on my feet had been limited to 15, maybe 20 minutes maximum.
Wow.
Before I had to get off my feet, and I mean, it was screaming pain. Mm-hmm. And after the surgery, I had, I could be on my feet all day. And I might have some discomfort later. That's probably because I hadn't been on my feet for, 10 years.
Right.
And it you know, it was for me anyway, it was a 100% relief.
So a little earlier, I mean, that's a great story, and thank you for sharing this story. The other thing I want to have you say something about, because you're so passionate about this, and you're offering to help in any way you possibly can to get the word out. So just explain your frustration with this, because you're frustrated. And what's your frustration? Which I kind of share that too, but what's your frustration about what has happened to you and what others don't know, I guess? Just explain that maybe.
Well, I've been a type 1 diabetic for 60 years.
Right.
And in that 60 years of time, the medical, and I have to go to doctors in order to get prescriptions, and and get the equipment, the pump, and the all of the things that I need to just manage the diabetes.
Right.
And the doctors who that's their life work, is to treat diabetics.
Right.
They don't have any answers or any information
about this,
about pain in your feet, and they, and it's drugs for them. And quite frankly, those drugs, they make you sleepy, they make you dizzy, they make you all kinds of things, and they just simply don't know. And they don't look outside the box. That's my frustration.
That's your frustration.
And
okay.
My frustration is that there's not an outlet for this information, so that the street diabetics or the people that suffer from neuropathy that is maybe not caused by long-term diabetes.
Right.
How are they going to know? How do they know that this exists, particularly when the doctors say, nope, it doesn't work. That nothing else works. You can't take vitamins. You can't take minerals. You can't fix it. You can only take drugs. And there's my frustration.
That's your frustration.
Nobody reaches outside their little lunch sack.
And so for those of us that do this for our patients, we reap the rewards of helping people like you. It's a lot of fun. It gets to be a passion of ours, and we love it when folks like you are very passionate to support and move this forward. And so I really appreciate all the things that you said today. And just know too, if you're listening for the first time, if you're a diabetic, and if you are, you might be and you should be worried about amputation. Well, we know now with so much more research that amputation rates with people that are treated in this way, it's not an absolute, for sure, insurance policy, but it's pretty darn close to, provided the surgery works, and it's going to work in the majority of cases, that you're not going to have an amputation. There's just too much data out there, too much research coming out now showing that that's the case. And so just understand that, and there's reasons you're not hearing about it. Maybe you can put the puzzle together, because it's not something that is monetized. So that's something that the public needs to understand. And so it takes people like Georgia getting word out. It's kind of a grassroots effort, and that's why we're doing these videos, to let more people know, because we find a lot of people are looking on YouTube for more solutions. And so anyway, I don't have a lot more to say. I really appreciate you doing this, and if you watching this and you appreciate learning more like this, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. And I guess that's it. Nate, or give us some likes. Anything else you want to say, Georgia?
I'm going to go back to what you said a minute ago. I had honestly considered foot amputation to get away from. It was that bad, to get away from the pain.
Wow.
And that's huge.
That's a big final message.
Yeah, that's a big one.
A big one.
Yeah,
so,
don't go there, people. You can be a diabetic and you can live a long time.
Right.
I know they don't tell you that, but you can do it.
So the pain was that bad.
It was.
Amputation was on your list of options.
Well, the only other option was drugs that didn't work. So.
Wow, very amazing. Okay, thank you, and thank you all for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.